If you can do something with the banana now, I don't want to talk out of school, but I have a plantain. All right.
And now, CheezWits.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Happy day.
Oh, look who's not in his car today.
Who?
Well, not you, obviously.
I wasn't in my car last week either.
Yes, the fuck you were.
No, I wasn't.
He was in somebody's car because he's making deliveries.
Right?
Well, maybe I was. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I was in the very beginning. You're correct.
You were for the whole
You,
thing.
sir,
The
are
whole-
correct.
The whole thing. It was the whole thing.
You are correct.
I know this.
Oh, no, it's all right to be correct now and again. It's all right. It's all right. So, you want to hear my big bullshit?
Obviously.
I am public enemy number one with Del Hayes. Del Hayes is the owner of Food Lion and Hannaford.
Why?
Somehow, I got banned from doing anything with them. I cannot. Actually, the note that came through from Instacart said that I am banned from all Food Lions and Hannafords nationally. So I can't even go in.
Who
Of
did
course I
you
go in.
murder?
Yeah, right. So here's what they don't tell you what happened. It's a very cryptic note they send you that just says just what I told you for the most part, and then you have to appeal it. So I've said, what the fuck? Here's the only thing I can figure. And this is sort of just bullshit information. It's kind of boring, but here you go. I went to pick up an order at a Hannaford that I usually don't go to. You're supposed to you scan how many tags there are on bags. There was 11 bags in this order. That's what my system said. That's what I get there. I scan them. Okay, we're all fine. He goes, guy says, oh wait, there's one more. And I said, well, I've already got the 11. Yeah, but there's one more. I made a mistake. I said, yeah, but I can't take it because I can't scan it. So I can't prove I picked it up, nor can I prove I delivered it because you scan it on the other end too to show that you've delivered the 11 they gave you.
Okay.
And so this fucking guy, he's arguing that I don't say anything horrible. I don't swear. I don't lose my cool because it's not me. I mean, I swear on here and stuff, but I don't swear in public at people. So he
You should try it.
says,
It's fun.
It is.
Well, when you don't swear, you get fucked. So I can imagine when you do swear. So he says, well, we do it here all the time. And I said, and this is where I think I fucked myself. I said, I don't care what you do. I only care what I do, and I follow the rules. And I said, so I'm not taking it until I call Instacart. And he said, well, I'm going to call Instacart, and we're going to see about you. So I called them. I delivered one. I called them. I said, okay, they say I don't really need to take it, but I'm going to come back and get it and deliver it. And listen, it's a 12-pack of seltzer water. This is what we're talking about. So I go back, pick it up. I deliver it with the rest of the 11 grocery bags, blah, blah, blah. 3 hours later, I'm banned nationwide from Food Lion and Hannaford. And I got to tell you, what the fuck?
That was a weird
Raped
hill to
me
die
in
on.
the parking lot.
Very odd hill to die on.
It is. He pulled down my pants and stuck his dick in my ass while I was loading seltzer water. I mean, what could he have said to get that kind of reaction, right? I mean, what is possible for him to have said?
So
It's just
isn't Hannaford like the majority of your grocery business?
Yes. Yeah. It's a little over $500 a week to me, which blows. And so, I'll see what happens. I'm going to. I've sent a little appeal, and if they don't fucking come around see your way, then you have to go to arbitration, and nobody ever wins arbitration. So, yada 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 yada. We'll see how it goes.
Wow.
But it's fucking crazy. Yeah, right. It's great. Hey, look at this is the tree in my front yard. Just real quick. You see it?
Yeah.
You see all the apples?
Uh-huh.
Apples, so beautiful.
How about them apples?
Yeah, how about them apples? Yeah, so that was my drama of this day. So the guy basically, I don't know, this kid, maybe he's, 26, 27, 28, I don't know. I think really what it was about is here's a guy who wants so badly to be the boss, and his presentation to me is sort of like, hey, I'm the boss here. You're going to do what I say. Well, in fact, you're the boss of the people who wear the Hannaford shirt with a name tag. I have neither one of those things. And I just think he just fucking, it's that thing we talk about now and again, that this crybaby sort of, you hurt my feelings because you don't see it my way.
Oh, you're cutting out. You're frozen. You're frozen and you're cutting out.
I think that I won. So that's what's that? Oh, I'm frozen.
This just
let me
tells
go
me
back
that Wally has more time for the show.
Am I unfrozen?
Right? Yeah.
Am I unfrozen?
Yes.
I walked too far. Okay, good. Good deal. Unfrozen. But what?
Golly, miss.
So that's my fiasco story.
Wow. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, it is some bullshit, right? I wish I knew how to I wish I was a hacker. These are the times when you wish you were something other than what you are. Like when you're faced with a bully, you wish you were big and strong like a bully and could just fucking beat the shit out of him. Or when you're faced with Instacart, which is just a fucking juggernaut, that you wish you had I wish I had some sort of technology computer skill, which we know I do. That I can hack into the system and just go, yeah, fuck this. Oh, yeah? Every time someone orders tomatoes, they're getting condoms.
Can you and by the way, I had my groceries delivered this past weekend, and this is why I fucking hate getting men shoppers, because the substitutions they pick so often, it's like, what fucking department are you even in? It's like I had sugar snap peas on the list.
Oh,
and
I like sugar snap peas.
Kroger was apparently out of the sugar snap peas. So the guy was like,
substitute.
So the substitute was green beans.
Oh, it's good.
No, it's not the same thing.
Oh, it's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
So it's not even close.
Same exact thing.
No, it's not.
No.
They are the same color, and they both come in cellophane bags. That is the extent of the comparison. So then I try to hit, instead of approve, I try to hit refund, except it won't go through. And so I send the guy a message and I'm like, hey, it won't let me hit refund, but I do not want green beans in place of sugar snap peas. And he responds something completely in Spanish, which I had to go Google to see what the fuck he was saying to me.
Mm-hmm.
And what was he saying? Hey, are you free tonight?
No, he said basically, okay, I won't get it.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing here is with this whole thing is I actually am making as much, if not more, this week than I was when most of my business was coming out of groceries, because Spark which does the Walmart stuff, and I, for the most part, only do delivery. Because of their new verification system, a lot of the folks who were delivering food can no longer deliver because they don't have the proper identification that identifies them as able to work in the U.S.
Mm.
So when they take their pictures, or they're part of the human trafficking, sort of work trafficking scenario that goes on in that world, where a white guy like me, or not necessarily a white guy, but generally a white guy, will have an account, and he'll have an account in other people's names in his family. And he will send out these people to do the work. Okay, here it is, sign in here, go get this, and then he takes a cut.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
And
that's America.
You're right. And these people, they can't work here, but they're living, 8 to a 2-bedroom, 9 to a 2-bedroom, whatever. And they're doing the work, and they're doing it for no money. Like they normally, you'd wait and say, "Oh fuck, I'm not doing that for $8. Fuck me, I'm not doing that." And they just take it, and they take their little bit because they're just trying to get by and climb a ladder and working hard. And I have no animus towards them at all. But there's a lot more work now because there's way fewer of these. And here, I don't know what it is there, but here it's a lot of people from African nations and South American nations, countries. Not so much Hispanic. Well, South American would be not Mexican, but other non-Mexican Hispanic folks. Mm. And it hurts them a lot too, as well, because they owe somebody for helping getting them here, right? It's such a dirty business.
I'm just listening to Wally dig his racial hole.
Yeah, me too.
So,
what racial hole?
Rachel,
truth is truth. Truth is truth. These people have been used and abused, and now they can't pay back the people who have brought them into the country. Now they're fucked because they can't work. They're sort of like me. No, I have no animus at all. They're just trying to fucking climb the ladder like everybody else tries to climb the ladder. And now they're unable to because Walmart's doing their part of their ICE job of making sure. But I think they're under pressure too, as well. So is Lowe's, and so is Home Depot, and the raids you see at those places. They're under a great deal of pressure.
And you're doing your part to make sure the deliveries continue to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do my work.
That's it. And you're making more money.
No, I'm making more only because there's more work. I'm not making more money because
exactly
of any other reason. I'm making money because there's more work.
So there's more work, so you're getting more money.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can you get that manager's cell phone number?
We'd love to talk to him.
Well, he's not even a manager. This guy was just a fucking expediter, just a guy who brings the groceries out to the car.
All the
Wouldn't
better.
it be funny if he didn't even work there?
Yeah. Right.
He was
Make
just
it so much better. It was just like I'm just hanging out.
He was just an urchin.
Well, we're going to see what Instacart does with you, sir.
Because I found a sort of brilliant revenge thing on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I can't do this to the one person that I would want to do it to. Because
it would be known right away.
Well, it would be known right away because all of the phone numbers, unless I were to go into downtown where the tourists are and do this, the phone numbers would be Nashville numbers. And so he would know where it originated. But
you can get a burner number off of Google Voice.
No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. The prank is that you write on a bathroom stall, send me pictures of your poop, and put their phone number. Because then they can't block they can't block it from happening because you put
Well,
it
send
in.
me his number. I'll do it from a 301 up here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it from a 207.
All right. I'm going to do it. I'll
Yeah,
send you the number.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Assuming that he hasn't changed his number. I don't know.
Well, you
Oh,
really, those
God.
prepaid plans sometimes,
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh.
so you write it on like a bathroom stall, send me
Oh, I'll
pictures
get
of
it
your
printed up. I'll get it mimeographed and hang them on the wall.
Yeah, I think I would rather do that too. Just put out cards.
Yeah. Get stickers,
Oh.
stick them on bathroom walls, send me a picture of your poop. Yep.
Send me a picture of your poop.
So
I'm
if
very interested.
you can get that kid's number.
Yeah, I wish I could. I do know that so the folks that I work with, I work mostly about 90% of my stuff comes out of the same Hannaford here in my town. And so I'm first name with everybody. I'm friends with most.
Not everybody.
Well, so this is an entirely different store. I never go. I may go to this store 6 times a year, once every other month, and I don't go to it for some regular. I don't go to them because a lot of the deliveries are 3rd floor walk-ups.
You don't want that. There was that guy you used to blow, apparently working in the checkout area, so you don't want to deal with that.
Without lighting. And I know Jess's experience walking up to the 3rd floor was not very good.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want the same experience because that's where a lot of these kinds of 3rd floor walk-ups are. They're in neighborhoods where there are shootings and stabbings and carjackings. I don't want to deliver to those areas. So I generally do not go to the store that service that area. So I just stick with my store.
So this was not
in
at
my
your
town.
store.
It was what?
Was this not at the store that you normally go to?
Yeah, it's not at the store I normally go to. No, absolutely not.
So do
no.
you think he actually got the message to the other Hannafords?
Well, he had to
Oh,
because he
no.
got the messages banned from all Hannafords.
That's what I mean.
Wally stuff won't even go through.
Do you
So
think that
Instacart does
kid
that.
got that? Oh, Instacart said.
Instacart does that. So he calls Instacart and said, "This guy fucked me up the ass," or whatever, and or punched
wherever the
me.
fucking took place.
Right. He does that. And no, because when I go to my Hannah, they said, "Where have you been? Why didn't you come?" I said, "Well, I've been banned." And they said, "What the fuck is going?" So it's like friends you work with. They're like, "What the fuck?" The manager at this store said he's going to reach out to the manager of that store and see what the hell's going on, because I deliver about somewhere between 50 and 75% of their deliveries because it's a small fucking town. So on any given day, if they've got 8 deliveries, I deliver 6 of them.
Wow.
And yeah,
hopefully they can get that resolved for you, Wally. Because
I hope. Well, listen, some of these orders are. There's one. My favorite guy is this guy called Brett R. Yesterday's order, because I was talking, was to deliver his groceries was $70. It's like 14 bags of groceries, and you drive it out to his house, you leave it on his porch, and $70 because he tips generally $40 or more each delivery.
Wow.
And it's like, yeah, and he delivers, and he gets a delivery every week. So he's generally somewhere between 50 and 70 most weeks. That's what you're earning on that one delivery on a Wednesday or Thursday. Sometimes it's earlier, depending on his weekend.
What's the average tip that you get?
12 to 15 is generally the average. I mean, some are pretty high. There are some people who are generally who are in the 18 to 20. There's a lot of those, and then there's some people that put 0 tip and $2 tips, and I never take any of those. I just look at those and go, no, not taking them. I don't.
I saw a thing the other day where a guy on a I think this was in Los Angeles. Something I saw on social media, but I think it was in Los Angeles. He was delivering on an e-bike, and he called the police because the person did not tip cash.
Oh, see, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's just bullshit. No,
That was a DoorDash driver, not groceries. But
well,
I've never tipped anybody cash for delivering food or whatever, because you can tip right in the app.
yeah, you can tip in the app, and most people do, but some people will tip you again when you get there if you do some exceptional, or like you get there and you're not supposed to go into people's houses, but sometimes you get to old people's houses or stuff, and they say, "Oh, could you please bring it in and put it on the counter?" And you know, sometimes you do, and so you do, and they say, "Oh, here, take an extra $5," and that's kind of nice. On some of the other stuff I deliver, like when I deliver for Home Depot or Lowe's or Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, those are national orders that there's no place to tip. So I send out a little message that says, "Hey, tipping's not necessary, but if you'd like to, I have Venmo." And then people used to say, "Oh, I don't have Venmo, I have Cash App." So I said, "Oh, I have Cash App too." And they don't send you a tip. They just say it to try to weasel out of it. But, you know, I'd say of those orders, and those are the ones that piss me off the most, because those times you're carrying like, "Oh, here's a 140-pound toilet and a door and a bunch of shit, and you've carried it, you've driven it 25 miles, and they say, have a good day. Thanks a bunch." They give you the big thank you.
Hey,
and
Wally,
then you say,
fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they say. Hey, fuck you.
I think some people obviously are just dirtbags, but I think also people are dumb enough that they believe that if they're paying a $10 delivery fee, for example, that money is going to you.
Right. And right. That's exactly what they really do think, because the delivery companies try to hide. You know, they're not saying, "Hey, it's this company that's delivering to you." So when you order off Home Depot, and in Instacart, it specifically says, "This customer did not order from Instacart. They ordered from the store. So do not mention Instacart."
I mean, if I order delivery from Kroger or Costco, I have to check a box saying I understand it's coming through Instacart.
Yeah. So, so I think Hannaford, you can go on the Hannaford website and order shit, and then Instacart delivers it.
Right, that's what I mean, because I don't order directly through Instacart, because Kroger and Costco, I get Instacart delivery without paying Instacart fees.
Yes, correct.
So I order through their respective websites and have to check a box saying I understand that Instacart is going to do the work.
Oh, yeah. So I didn't know that, because I've never used the app. But it will specifically tell you, especially BJ's is the one that's most often you see, this customer did not order through Instacart. They ordered directly from, so do not mention Instacart. Because, and their reason is because it will confuse the customer. Yes, they're going to be confused. Why am I paying more?
That's probably a thing that also BJ's insists on, because when I was at Live One, when we were the primary music provider for Tesla, we had to change the way that we hosted our stations in order to accommodate Tesla, because they wanted that to be Tesla owner radio. They did not want it to be us. And so we stopped identifying who we were. We stopped saying it was Slacker Radio, and we stopped doing it. We stopped saying on Slacker at all.
Wow. But it's
not like radio. Like it wasn't that big a deal for us, because in streaming, you have to make a conscious choice to pick this app to listen to. So that you're listening to Slacker. It's not like when you're listening to radio and you need to write it down in a diary later.
Yeah, but it just seems like that takes away your word of mouth that you might get. Hey, yeah, on my car, my Tesla I listen to, and it's really good, and it's Live One.
Tesla owners, turns out, already knew it was us.
Right.
But Elon didn't want it to be us. He wanted it to be Tesla Radio.
Well, controlling men are not good men.
Mm-hmm.
That's a control. So what is going on with Live One? Anything, Jess? Are they?
Well, it's interesting that you asked that, because yesterday I Googled them to see if there was anything new I needed to know. Like if anybody was suing them, if somebody bought the radio portion and was going to be calling me up to hire me soon. And I discovered that the earnings call came out with this past week. And then I found a link to a story about how Live One was committing $500 million to some Bitcoin thing. And I didn't really understand it because I don't really understand Bitcoin.
Yeah, me neither.
So I sent it to my friend who's into Bitcoin, and I was like, please put this in English for me. Thank you. Goodbye. And he said, yes, I am uniquely qualified to shit on this parade, and then did not explain anything. So I actually sent it to my former boss and was like, what the fuck, man? P.S. Hope you're well. And he said, basically, it was a commitment to purchase that much Bitcoin using Live One's stock. Which, by the way, was down to like, I think 68 cents a share.
Yeah, is there enough? Are there enough trees on the planet to cut and make paper enough for there to be enough stocks to do that?
Right. Yeah. So
wow.
So their earnings call. So my former boss, he said that the only thing that was really true about this was another case of like smoke and mirrors. The CEO likes to put out press releases, making it look like they're doing big things. And the only thing he said that was true about that story was at the bottom where it said Live One's revenue was down by 58%, some big percentage.
Oh my God.
And that they had lost, what's it called? Like advisors or whatever that recommend you buy this or sell this or whatever. Most are recommending sell after the revenue call.
Well, how could they not be?
Yeah. So
holy
I said
shit.
to my former boss, he said, I hope you're doing well. And, something about, it's still the Wild West over here. And I said, yeah, I keep hoping that somebody great is going to buy Slacker and hire us all back at the pay we should have been making this whole time. And he said, right. You and I hope the same thing.
God damn it. It just broadcasting in general. So, Chris showed us that thing where a Heritage AM station here was for sale for $140,000.
Mm-hmm.
And that included the land, the towers, 2 towers, all the equipment, the transmitter stuff. Not an offer. No, 100. Can you imagine 10 years ago if something went on the market, even on an AM like this, 140,000, you'd have fucking 30 people fighting over it.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can't fucking give it away.
Mm.
You cannot give that motherfucker away because these cock knockers have ruined it. And how does that CEO still have a fucking position? How is he the CEO? 58% decrease in rev. That's not profit. That's revenue.
Yeah, I don't know how. The only I know that at least part of the board consists of his buddies, but I don't understand how a board for a company can allow the company to be driven into the ground like this unless there's some write-off incentive that they're getting.
Yeah. So it's sort of like those like what Mitt Romney used to do when he was with Blackwall, whatever the name of that company was he was with. They buy up companies and they leverage the fuck out of them. They bankrupt them. They take loans and then bankrupt them. Same thing Donald Trump does,
mm-hmm.
or did. Bankrupt them and then sell all the assets and just leave the shell.
Yep.
And that sounds. I mean, I don't know what the assets are for Live One. It's probably a lot of computers and shit.
Yeah, I mean, since they closed the office, the Slacker Radio offices in San Diego, they actually caught on fire, and it was during COVID, and everybody was working from home anyway, and so then they were like, you know what, this works. We'll just keep everybody.
They caught on fire, did they? Sounds like landlord lightning.
I don't know. They were in a like a building with a whole bunch of other businesses. So
yeah.
But the
it definitely sounded like Jewish
lightning.
lightning. I don't know whether you're allowed to say that or not.
That's why I said landlord lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning.
Well, a lot of landlords for Yiddish flavor.
I was a landlord.
By the way, my Tennessee unemployment benefits have now ended. So now what? Now I have to hope and pray I get enough either voice tracking gigs or audiobooks.
And how is voice tracking going? Have you picked up some gigs?
0 stations. No response from your friend Fred, Chris.
What, really? Now that's a shock.
Yep. No response from Fred. No response from Tiny.
That's a shock. I thought Fred would respond.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so nobody's responded to me on that. I've gotten 0 stations so far. I am getting a good amount of audiobook work, but that's such a slow build for pay. So
right.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, it's I feel like this is the same shit I was going through 4 years ago or so when I was just contemplating radio as whether or not I even wanted to stay with it because it just becomes so ugly. But the thing I really learned that for me, not for you, for me, that age is a fucking demon. It's just a fucking demon because you have obligations that 22-year-olds do not have or 24-year-olds don't have. You have all of those obligations that come with being a homeowner and a professional and just a fucking
even
adult.
if there's no homeowner, just having just credit. I was getting wooed for a job down south. They said, well, the cost of living's a lot less down here, I said, wow, would you please tell the man with the Discovery card that? Would you mind?
Right. Yeah.
Because my payment doesn't change every month, depending upon what my zip code is.
Right. And I was some of these radio jobs that I see that I wouldn't move for, even if they paid well, but in decent sized markets that are only paying $30,000 or $40,000 a year. It's 2025.
Oh, you come down here, $39,000. You live like a king. I said, well, that king, it would be Fred Sanford, I'm guessing. Okay.
A king in where you'd be king of the trailer park is what you'd be.
I said, oh man, you get all the pussy you want, and then there'll be like 7 cats outside.
Because you got all your teeth.
Oh, well, at least I know. Open your mouth for me, pretty boy. I want to see something.
You're going to be... All I have in my head is what we have here is a failure to communicate.
Now, before we continue this job interview, show me how you lick a popsicle. Oh, that looks right. That looks right. Okay. I was going to sit here and watch you for another 5 minutes here, okay?
How much you turn your back and you just put that banana in your mouth? How far can you get that down your throat before you gag?
If you can do something with the banana now, I don't want to talk out of school, but I have a plantain. All right. And I figure if you're good with a Dole, you'll be good with Mr. Dolan. All right.
Oh my God.
That was good.
Oh my God.
Lord.
And if it wasn't far off the truth, that's the worst part about it.
So I remember when I left New York to go down to was I in New York? No, New Hampshire, to go down to Virginia. That was one of the big selling. The cost of living's a lot less down here in the South.
I think I talked about when I was in Kansas and I had applied for a job I really didn't want in Rochester, New York. And I just wanted to get away because I was trying to break up with the guy that I was dating / living with there. And so I had applied for nights at the B in Rochester. And they offered me, I want to say they offered me $4,000 or $5,000 a year less than I was making in Wichita. And having come from New York, I happen to know what it costs to live in upstate New York. I happen to know what taxes look like in New York versus Kansas. I have that whole compare. The cost of living in Wichita, Kansas, at least then, was crazy low. The cost of living in Rochester, New York, just a winter heat bill, electric bill, would be fucking insane. And so they offered me less, and the PD was super apologetic. He's like, I am so sorry, but this is what we're paying. And I was like, I am so sorry, but I can't take a pay cut to move to a more expensive place to do nights. And he said, no, I understand. I'm actually really embarrassed to offer you that money, but that's what we have. So like 2 weeks later, I think it's the operations manager, the general manager, Dave Simons, calls me up and says, do I understand correctly that you turned this job down? Yep. Yep, you sure do.
You do. Boy, God damn. Flowed right off the tongue. I'm not working here. See?
He says, I think you're making a big mistake in your career right now. It doesn't cost that much to live here, and we've got people here making that money and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, I understand, but I'm already making more than that in a place where it costs less to live. I cannot justify moving back up into the snow belt where I don't honestly want to live ever again.
Right.
For less money than I am making now.
Now, the less money, that ain't no problem at all.
Yeah.
Now, listen, have you ever heard of noodle ramen? Now, a lot of our part-timers and full-timers get together and they just buy a big box and split it up.
And they like it that way.
They say it's fine. Sometimes they go to 7-Eleven to get a little sriracha sauce and put on it.
This man tried to gaslight me into taking this job as if I was so stupid that I couldn't figure out that it was a bad decision.
I would say that was a very good decision not to fall for his tomfoolery.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to call you
also,
up after the fact.
As it turns out, it didn't actually hurt my career at all that I did not take nights at the B in Rochester.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, a couple of the jobs I turned away that offered. Definitely the job that I turned away in Virginia Beach was a good decision. I forget the call letters now. And the job I turned down there in Midland, that was a good decision. And
they don't like Yankees down there.
No.
Oh, you're a Yankee, aren't you, honey?
Mm-hmm. What are you, from New York or something?
Tifton. The Tifton, Georgia job, that was a good one I turned down as well.
Tifton, Georgia. Jesus Christ, I wouldn't go there for fucking anything.
No.
Tifton, Georgia.
Yeah, it's terrible. and that one, I really wished I would have gotten the. I really wish that I was in a better place to have taken that job in Virginia Beach. The thing. That was a Susquehanna station. I wish I could remember the call letters. But Susquehanna, went belly up or sold 2 months after I turned.
Yeah, they sold to Cumulus.
Yeah.
2 months after I turned down the job, They
So
they
you would have been
sold-
fired anyway had you taken it.
Yes, I would have been. So that was it. Jody was pregnant. So that was in '90, and I mean, I would have loved to have been in the market of that size. That's what I was trying to say. I would have loved to have made that jump to that market, because then I would have made some different jumps from there. But man, a great move. I think generally the jobs you don't accept in all parts of life end up, if you go back and reevaluate and probably make good moves not to take them.
Yeah.
There's if you go back and say, oh, I wish I would have done that. Oh, I wish I would have done that. You fucking beat yourself up for bullshit.
Yeah, there's no
really
point in my life that I've thought, God, I wish I was doing nights in fucking Rochester, New York.
In January.
Right?
No, because I think people have this view of New York that, oh, what's this fucking lively place. Rochester, New York is not a fucking lively place.
No. It's just
like it's just like Albany. Oh, the state capital. Albany's a fucking pit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fucking Albany's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fucking horrible. And I haven't been to Albany in 10 years, but 10 years ago it was terrible, and I'm sure it's still terrible because it was terrible 10 years before that 10 years. It's just a terrible place. Even when you look at, Syracuse is not bad. It's not horrible.
I also would not want to go to Syracuse to do nights.
No, fucking no. Or Liverpool or any of that fucking shit up there. Because that's what.
Oh my God. One of my old bosses lived in Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, the stories he told. Thank God he's.
Oh, yeah. I worked in Liverpool.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, well, it was a Syracuse station, but it was located in Liverpool. But it's fucking a pit.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible. It was just terrible. And some of the best jobs I've had, absolutely the best jobs I've had, have been when I was in Malone, New York, in the middle of fucking nowhere. It was great. It was small town. You knew the people. Yeah, the weather might have been bad. It wasn't fucking, you weren't, king of the hill. Gardner, Massachusetts, Southbridge, Massachusetts, fucking even Rome, New York, even
Muck
with the bullshit
Road.
there, even with Muck Road, even with the job was fucking fun.
Roser's hiring.
He is?
Yep.
For what?
Please hold. I will
Do,
pull up
do, do,
the...
do, 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 do.
Was it Media Jobs Report where I saw it?
Do.
Let's see. Filter Roser.
I want to hear what this is. Like, old Wow 105 guy?
Yeah.
Call him up, say, hey, do you remember me? Used to kick your ass.
Job openings.
Hey, you remember me? Fuck your mama.
Okay. Roser Communications in Utica, New York is looking for an on-air talent with promotions experience. Candidate
That's you, Wally.
must have at least 2 years of on-air and promotional experience. Can you speak to the mind of and entertain an 18 to 49-year-old adult female? Can you be interactive and relatable, work the social networks like no one else? Do you live for keeping up on what's trending on TikTok? Do you watch a video of an event or activity and say, wow, that's great. I'd love to do that event and do it even better. If so, then this is the job for you, and this is the company to let your creativity shine. The sky's the limit here, and there's no corporate overlord to dampen your spirit. If this speaks to you, we'd love for you to reach out. Please email resume, 90-second MP3, air check, and headshot, if available, to ken@rosergroup.com. Not looking for liner jocks and first-timers. We're looking for the next big personality to come in and show the market what fun radio and promotions are. Production and website skills also a plus. This is an in-market, in-person job, no remote talent, salary range 40 to 50K with benefits. We want you to be the next big thing. Here's no money.
Utica. I want to go to Utica, Daddy.
What station does he own in Utica? What frequency?
They own several stations there, don't they?
Wow. They must have bought all those.
Or they just call it Utica because that's the market.
Maybe it is Herkimer. And if it's Herkimer, those fucking stations barely get into Utica.
You know, that's funny. Somebody gave me a clock for WALY in Herkimer.
Herkimer. WBGK, the Bug Country, 99.7 FM, and WBUG 101.1 FM.
Where's the bad country?
The bad country?
Yeah, if that's the good country, where's the bad country?
No, I said Bug Country.
Oh, Bug. Well, you know what? I think I'd rather call it bad and good. Okay.
So they have Bug Country, Kiss FM.
Kiss FM?
And Talk. Yeah, they bought Kiss and changed the logo, and it's crappy. That's terrible.
103
Hold on.
The Bug.
Let's see if I can share my screen.
Keith Urban.
Is it 102.5?
No, it's 105.5. Hold on.
That's what WoW was, 105. What happened? Do we lose Chris? Oh,
No.
There it is.
No, I'm here.
I'm sharing my screen.
I see it.
So you can see.
Oh, so they changed WoW to 105.5.
And called it Kiss FM.
To Kiss FM. Yeah. So 105.5, they changed it to Kiss FM.
Yep. And Talk with an exclamation point.
Man, I would love to program against those guys again. They're the fucking worst.
I wonder if they're still putting calls on the air live.
They were shit. Was that the place?
Yep.
Yeah. That's the guy. That's the company.
They were Wow FM. 105.5 was Wow FM, and Wally would put on liners on our station. You know, we've listened to the competition, and wow, they suck.
That was one of my favorite liners. I loved that, and that was before liners were edgy. When anybody, and that was edgy for the time.
Yeah.
To say "suck" in a liner was edgy back in. Whenever that fucking was, 1995 or I don't know when it is. Yeah, 1995.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Yeah, 95 or 96. That would have been edgy back then.
Yeah.
now I can say "suck my dick" and that's like, oh well, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, very edgy mid-90s stuff where you've got the young country stations, you know, they're going, well, we've upped our standards. Now up yours.
Nothing would give me. I would love to program against somebody like that again.
Yeah.
I would because it's just so arrogant. And just listening to you read that ad, it's like the stuff that they're looking for is not somebody with at least 2 years experience. That's not somebody with at least 2 years.
Right. We want all of these skills that are worth in that market maybe $70,000, $80,000 a year.
Yeah.
We want all of these skills, but we want to pay you half of what it's worth.
Right.
Are you ready?
We want to get 10 years of experience and pay for 2 years of experience.
Yeah.
And we want you to do that fucking work like you are 19 with endless energy and love TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
With a smile.
None of those things.
Mm-hmm.
For absolute real, fucking watching TikTok, none of that shit is at all pertinent to programming radio. You do not have to watch TikTok and talk about TikTok or any fucking thing else.
I need you to act your age, please, and call it the TikTok.
The TikTok,
okay,
first of all.
TikTok.
I disagree with you a little bit, Wally, because your audience is on TikTok. And so
right.
you don't
So
have
that's
to
where it
live for
emanates
TikTok,
from.
but you need to know what everybody is talking about on TikTok.
No, for sure. And that's why you put them on the air and let them talk about it. And you go, what?
See, I'd be bad on the air at this
I
point
can't
because
believe it.
if
So
I
then-
had to do that, I would be telling everybody, every break would be me going into a spot going, it's a JetBlue holiday. Every single one. Every single one.
So-
every break.
So
Well,
I
like you would sound, from just what you just said, you would sound like the same thing I was making fun of our morning show at FRE for 12 years ago. What is Twitter? Do you get to it on your phone?
No, that's not the way I'd play it off. I wouldn't play it off what is Twitter, because I know, well, it doesn't even exist anymore, but I would be there with it, but I'm like, that fucking shit's nuts. I would still play the part because I'd want a partner who could bash me just like you used to bash me.
Used to.
Because that would be that would be my role, right? If you have good roles, you pull that shit off easily.
Could you imagine Tommy Grumwell trying to do this? Tommy Grumwell trying to do this, and he'd get on. Grumwell would get on the air and say, "And WFRE, latest survey according to the TikTok shows that 14% of you don't give a fuck. Here's the weather." That would be the Tommy Grumwell show.
What is TikTok? Do you get to it on your phone?
Now that TikTok is that the thing that puts the high numbers on your TV?
But doesn't it feel like that in that ad you read, it's like, okay, instead of getting morning show prep emailed to you every morning, watch TikTok instead. It's like, dude, be original somewhere. Being don't just rehash stupid cat fucking videos.
I'm at the point with nothing to lose. Wouldn't you love to just write something? Listen, I am ready to be your promotions manager, your voice tracker, your live talent. Hey, I'll scrub your asshole too. What else do you want for $40,000? I'll get right up there with a fucking toothbrush and some Crest. I'll take care of your asshole.
Yeah, I took care of your asshole once before. I can take care of it again.
Remember me? My name's Wally, and I fucked you.
Jess and I
send me pictures of your poop.
I wonder if JP is still there.
Oh no, this is taking JP's job and at least 4 others.
For 40,000?
Come on,
that's their whole budget.
Hey, I'm Wally Shitcocks, and I'm coming back.
I can tell you that JP, he turned down the job because I originally offered him to come to KISS when RCK broke up. I originally offered him to come along with Roadrunner because he was part of that group, and he said no. He was going over to WoW. That's what that really pissed me off. That's why I kicked his ass.
JP, hold on.
Let me guess. He's the VP of programming for Roser.
Oh no, that's the. I found a letter that said 15 years ago today I stepped out of one of those little yellow school buses in downtown Utica and walked into the mayor. It's a different. I thought it was saying he. Was it JP Marks?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
As in Carl or MARKS?
In MARKS. In 2023.
Okay.
Oh, okay. In 2023, Senator Joseph Griffo commemorated the 30th anniversary of WSKS, WSKU, 97.9, 105.5, KISS FM. Blah, blah, blah. Whereas now known as the Beat of Central New York, WOW FM went in a dance direction under the purview of program director J.P. Marks, the nighttime air personality, and under the adult contemporary format. And whereas WOW were sold to WOWZ and WOWB were sold to Clear Channel Communications in 2000. resolved this legislative body paused in its deliberations to commemorate the 30th. That was a long fucking thing about.
The fuck are you reading? Jesus Christ!
It was a commemoration of the 30th anniversary of Kiss FM.
Oh, whereas Kiss FM was a radio station, and therefore, by golly, wow!
But it's an entirely different. That was a different station and everything.
It's like it had to include wow and all of these other things because it switched frequencies.
Yeah, so Joe Griffo used to be the mayor when Jess and I were there, and he was on our air regularly.
Yeah,
we used to do big events. And he was part of it. We helped him and his political career with all the free airtime we gave that son of a gun.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Griffo, and I'm your mayor.
Joe Griffo. He was a good Republican. He was a good guy. He was a very good guy.
I don't know. If JP is still there. I can't find anything about him.
Wow. Not a guy I think highly of.
But yeah, I rented my the second place I lived in Rome, I rented from Joe Griffo's parents.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Little straight off the boat Italian couple.
Was it a good place or was it a not a good place?
No, it was a cute little place. I'm afraid I left it sort of as a disaster, but
you did?
I've grown since then and I'm a better person now.
Hey, Cozy, you want a nice apartment?
Yeah.
Hey, you come into my house, you have a meatball, you have some pasta, maybe we talk a little wine.
Take off my pants. I'll give you a good view.
Here, I sit here in my boxes for you. Just sit over there, the other side. Look this way. I'm cracking myself.
This is my wife right here. You bet your ass.
This is Vivian. Come here. Say hi to the girl. Here. Vivian, take off of that heavy shirt. Put on the shawl.
Listen. They put on my wife a beater and have a little bit of a gravy.
Have a little red gravy. Come on, eat. Manja.
That shit was no joke in Rome. You could not turn down food in Rome, New York, because people would be so offended. If you went to a restaurant, I remember I went to some pizza place one time and they had something on the menu. I don't remember what it was, but I said, it was something I wasn't familiar with. I said, what is that? And they said, oh, we'll get you some. And I was working in radio for Norma Eilenberg. I didn't have enough money to buy two things. And so I was like, no, that's okay. And they were like, oh. And then they went and made them anyway and brought it out and put it in front of me and insisted that I have them.
Was it gnocchis? Maybe? Gnocchi was big in Rome.
I don't know. I remember bocce ball was big in Rome.
Gnocchi with red sauce was big. I like gnocchi. And the big what was the other big turkey legs? The candy turkey legs, chocolate covered somethings. Remember those?
No.
Yeah, it was like some sort of peanutty brittle stuff over chocolate. They're all mangled, looked like a turkey leg, like bones.
Wally's confusing the kefir with Utica.
No. No, I will tell you though, the New York State Fair, a pretty goddamn good fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, a pretty goddamn good fair. That's one of the fairs where you don't get like, okay, here they are, ladies and gentlemen, 38 special. We still have one of the drumsticks from the original band.
Yeah, no, they get big, mostly country.
Yeah. I saw James Taylor there. I saw, I think that might have been not the Stones, but Van Halen. I saw a lot of good people at the New York State Fair.
Yeah.
And all free, beautiful. But I fucking, when's the last time you've been to a concert, like a concert that you've wanted to go to see, not because you had to be there for work?
I mean, every concert I go to has been for work, but also I wanted to be there. Yeah.
I don't have the patience to go to a concert anymore unless The last concert I went to was I went to Amos Lee maybe 5 years ago. I like Amos Lee. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go hit the street and see if I can make a little bit of gig money.
Go get that guy's phone number at the Hannaford.
Oh yeah. Hey, send me in an email or something. Send me that phone number and I'll take care of my part.
I'll send it to both of you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
I see you
later.
Bye.
Bye.